Hey guys, a lot of people have been asking me about the app, how it goes, how can they help them, and how to actually sign up and go through the app. So I just made this small video to help you with it. So the app is not replacing Xero or QuickBooks. It's actually either for very small freelancer businesses who are not have very high transactional volume and want to keep track of everything and want to have access to a chartered accounting firm, or it's for employees and investors with multiple investment properties, possibly managing their investment properties on their own without a property manager, and want to send receipts to their tenants and things like that. It's something that is a stepping stone to coming into accounting software. So a lot of clients who have been using this app for quite a while, maybe 12 months or 18 months, they tend to outgrow the app very quickly, and then we help them, because we're their accountants, we help them to transition into a more versatile software like Xero, QuickBooks, and YOP, and so on. So it's a starting point of the accounting world, or someone who's just a freelancer on the side. So let's just see how we can sign up to the app. So we go here, next, allow notification. Let's sign up. Let's put just my Gmail. Let's just enter a password. Let's say it's, maybe I'll type my name and I'll put in a number, conform to all of these, and I'll sign up. So yeah, it will ask me for my PIN, so I'll just set up my PIN as 1234. It will ask me to verify my email address, because we want to make sure that all of our users of the app are verified and genuine Australians using the app. The app is not available outside Australia, so it's only available in Australia. So that's why we verify their emails, and then we also ask them to verify their mobile number. An SMS will come through to me very soon. Let's see. Yep, 60186. See, my phone number is verified, and now it will ask me to accept some terms and conditions. I'll accept that. And here you go, you're in the main screen of the app. Here you can load your personal tax returns, your tax returns for ABN, for business and trust. They transition into our accounting firm. You can load your BASes as well, but if you're a bigger business, you'll transition into our accounting firm, and also there's some tax calculators in the app as well. The second screen button is entity setup. Of course, they transition into our accounting firm. And this is the dashboard, and this is the bookkeeping button. Let's just quickly look at the dashboard before we go into bookkeeping. First, you can chat with us anytime. If you have any questions about the app or your tax returns or anything like that, you can do that. You have your profile button. You can set up an appointment with us. And of course, here is the main bookkeeping feature of the app. If you're a tax app client, you can just click on this button and it will automatically get you the premium features of the app, which I won't talk in this video, but yes, clients do get premium features which they enjoy. Okay, so let's just look at this invoice creator. Let's just add an invoice. First, it will ask you to update your details. So let's just say I am tax app accountant, and maybe my ABN is 123, and my business name is tax app accountants, and my bank account name is also tax app accountants. Okay, and then press OK, and then it will ask me for my BSB and account number. So I'll just press save here. Account name already entered. Click OK, and then it will say invoice 2. So I invoice 2 maybe James ABC. Maybe the address is, let's just say, maybe I'll just put in tax app accountant's address again. The invoice was on 1st of April, maybe app services, and the amount was $1,100. We'll create invoice, we register for GST, agree, and generate. So now this will automatically generate a beautiful invoice. So let's press this button. And you can see, okay, so this is, I need to make this a little like that, because I'm working on my computer screen. It's probably not getting thing, but the invoice is created. Here's the invoice, but I'm working on my computer screen, so I can't show you what will it look like on the mobile, but the invoice is created. So let's just go back. You can see this invoice was created. You can duplicate this invoice. You can download the invoice. You can mark it as paid, and you can delete the invoice. There's also a button for unpaid invoice, because once people start using the app, they have, of course, many invoices, and they want to differentiate the ones that have been paid and ones are not. There's no bank feeds on the app because, as I said, low transaction volume. So you can look at your unpaid list and you can see James ABC is unpaid. You can download your list and talk to your business partners or your account receivable person. And if you mark it as paid when it's entered your bank account, there's no unpaid invoices. So you can also directly add this invoice to the bookkeeping section. So once you add it to the bookkeeping, it's done. So you go back. Let's look at the bookkeeping feature. Come here and you can see that invoice was added, $1,100. So you go here and let's just see, we also want to add a manual invoice. Let's just say manual income, and that was maybe say yesterday, and that was $200, maybe $220. Yeah. And registered for GST. You can see 2 invoices here, and it will tell you when this income was made. And then you can add your expenses. Expenses you can scan, and also manual scan is same. You take a snapshot of that invoice and it will automatically get that data for you. But for this training module, we can just do a manual. Let's just say that was for Officeworks on 1st of April. And you spent on computer and software, let's say $175. Create expense. And it was included GST. This expense is added. Maybe let's say we went to Bunnings and we purchased maybe some office supplies for $110. Okay. So now we're here, and that's also in the GST. Now we go back. You can also download this expense list. So we go back, we can see 2 expenses were added. 61% was on computer and software. 39% of our expenses are office supplies. And then you can click on profit and loss, and you can view your profit and loss. You can change these dates to view the profit and loss, so we can see the income and expenses. So now this is the bookkeeping feature. This function really makes it really easy. The scan feature, you can just keep taking pictures of invoices and it will automatically do that. Number 3, work from home hours. So a lot of working from home employees, so you can keep log of your work from home hours. Let's just say work from home. I work today, maybe 8 hours, add work from home hours, and it will add it here. And you can see on 1st of April, I worked 8 hours, and it will keep a total of these between these dates and give you an estimate deduction based on 70 cents per hour. Another thing you can do with the app is the car logbook. So let's add a trip. So this is connected with Google Maps. So let's say I went to a client in Parramatta, and start location was tax app accountants, and end location was Parramatta, right? And the trip was today, and I add to logbook, and it will automatically calculate the distance, so 26.7 kilometers and approximately 29 minutes. And then you can keep adding those trips. You can also view the total between these 2 dates. And of course, you can add your odometer readings as well for a proper logbook. So you can either use it for cents per kilometer method and not do the odometer reading, or you can use the odometer reading, of course, the 12 weeks time. And let's say today at 10:36 a.m., my odometer reading was 46.521, let's just say. And then you can keep track of that odometer reading for that 12 weeks time while you're doing the logbook. And of course, you can download your trips as well. This is the car logbook, really cool feature. Connected with Google, it automatically calculates the kilometers for you. No need to look at start odometer, end odometer. The real odometer is actually just to calculate the private use. So for example, on the start of 12 weeks period, this was the odometer. At the end of the 12 weeks period, let's say 55,000 was your odometer or 50,000 was your odometer. And then you can see between these 2 dates, your business, so only you're adding the business kilometers. So your business kilometers was this much. So you can calculate the business use percentage, because once you have the whole kilometers traveled by the car and your business kilometers, you know what your private use of the vehicle and the business use percentage of the vehicle is. Another thing is the capital gains. So this is probably something simple, not something as versatile as BGL and things like that. So essentially you just, let's say I purchased CBA shares. I purchased, let's say 10 units, and they costed me, what's the value of CBA shares? Let's just say $100 or what? Let's just say it was 10,000. Maybe I purchased them on 29th of March. I can add the document as well, and I can see that I have 10 units. I purchased 10 units on, and you can keep adding all your buy transaction. And then once you come to, and also you can look at this portfolio button, and it will tell you that you have these amount of shares. So currently I just have CBA 10 units, and if you sell it, it will give you a drop down list of all your investments. So you can say see CBA here, and you click on next, and it will give you over here the available units. So let's say today I only sold 4 shares for, let's just say 4125, right? And I add a sale transaction, and it will give me estimated capital gain of 125. And if I go to my portfolio, it says that I have 6 units left. I've sold 4. It doesn't calculate the discount because we've just made it this way, because the idea is to have an accountant go through this bookkeeping. Another big feature is the property bookkeeping. You can check your borrowing power here, and of course the dream home income and deposit calculator that we built. So you can add your properties here. So let's say my property is my office address. So it connected to Google Maps, so it will create here a property. So I click on here, and then I can add rent for the property. Let's say tenant name was Tax App Accountants, and I got paid on 1st of April, and they paid me how much? $3,000, right? And we say create rental income, and you can see it's been created for this property, rental income. And if I click on this button, it will generate a rental receipt for the tenant. As I said, I'm on the computer, so you might not be able to see it that well, but it has created a receipt for that. You can give it to the tenant according to the law that you received this funds. And then of course you can add your property expenses as well. So let's say the plumber came in today, you charge $220 to fix something, and you can say it was repairs and maintenance, attach the receipt, and you can create a property expense as well. There's also a profit and loss, and if you go back, you can add multiple properties. So let's say there was another property, let's say Opera House. Let's just click on this. I don't know where this is. Well, let's just say you have this property somewhere in the world, and you can definitely add income and expenses and view profit and loss for this as well. Okay, and then last is not least is just a document upload, and it also has a receipt scanner as well, where you can provide us the documents. So that's pretty much it for the bookkeeping feature. It's very easy to use, designed for freelancers, low transaction volume, or property investors and salary and wages employees that just want to get out of those manual access, want a good clean app, store all those documents, and have a chartered accounting firm behind their back. And of course, when we realize that they have outgrown the app, we'll definitely transition them to a better software, whether it's business related, whether it's investment related, whether it's high transaction volume, share trading related. We have platforms available that we can. But when you're starting off, you don't want to pay those big monthly costs. Start slow, start basic, start simple. And the best part of the major part is creating a habit of doing it regularly, because if you're not creating that habit, no matter what software you're using, there's no point. You just have to create a habit of doing it weekly, fortnightly, whichever you choose, but regularly. And that's why TaxApp helps you build that habit once you transition into a better software. So last but not least, let's say you've done all your bookkeeping throughout the year and you want to lodge your tax return. You can click on here, personal tax return. Let's say you're a property investor, click on this big plus sign, and yeah, start my refund. And you'll follow through this whole process, and yeah, you can complete your tax return with us. Same thing with if you want to lodge your BAS, just press this big button and follow through the process, and we'll get your BAS sorted as well. As I said, not all of our accounting firms clients are on TaxApp. if you realize that you're a bigger client and tax app is not suitable for you, we'll automatically bring you to our accounting firm rather than getting you play around with the app until you realize that this is not the right product for you. So we have those two business models to help you. We have these two business models to help anyone in any situation, whether they are high net worth individuals, whether they are multi business owners, whether they have multi practices, whether how big they are, we can help them. And we can also help them even if they're a small side gig, wedding photographer, doing it on the weekend while having a full-time job. We can help almost everyone with their accounting needs, and that's why we have those two business models. All right, signing off. Hope you enjoyed the video of how to use tax app. Bye.